So with all this information on the internet about how to get your ex back, who exactly should I be listening to? Hey folks, Jim Miller here, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Going to ask you, if you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button, should be right over here. Tick the bell icon, that way you'll be notified when I upload new content as I upload it. And give me a thumbs up or send a comment down below, I'd certainly appreciate it. Anyway, we want to talk about, who should you be listening to with all this ex-back information? And this comes from an email that I got, a fellow that I've been working with back and forth now for a couple of months actually. Got an email from him a couple days ago about something going on with his ex and some communication that went back and forth, and it was kind of a how should I respond, and I kind of gave him, my spin on the whole thing. And then I got an email from him like this morning saying, I did such and such, I watched this video and so said to do such and such, and God, I wish I would have listened to you. And I kind of went back and looked at it, and basically I told him pretty much the same thing, just the wording was a little different and whatnot like that, but it was a little bit different. Before I came out here today, I went and I did a Google search, and I just typed in the Google search bar, get my ex back. And it returned 0.64 seconds later, 1,560,000,000 approximate answers. I mean, that's huge, people. Even at 10% of that, that's still 156 million different topics, different times that keyword's used. That's at 10%. That's huge. That's a very, very large amount of information that's out there. Now, understand something. When I was broken up a while back, I did this. I went on YouTube, I went on Google, I did all these searches, I looked for all this information. I would go from channel to channel to channel until I found something that I could kind of resonate with and I could kind of feel, and I'm hoping some of you feel that here with me. But nobody had all the answers, and that's the truth. Nobody does have all the answers. There is no one size fits all when it comes to getting your ex back. There's some core psychological principles that are at work here, and most of these guys and most of these girls talk about the same thing. But our goal is not to trick our ex back into our life. Our goal is not to manipulate our ex back into our life. Our goal is to create an environment where we can communicate with our ex, we can figure out what we did wrong, they can figure out what they did wrong, and we can rebuild a relationship. That should be the goal. If you're just trying to trick your ex back, move on, because it's just not worth it. If you're not genuinely interested in a relationship, find somebody else, really, because there's tons of people out there. I made mistakes when it came to getting my ex back. You're going to make mistakes too. You're going to say the wrong thing at the wrong time or the right thing at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make these mistakes. It just happens. Understand, again, like I said, there's no one size fits all when it comes to getting an ex back, and no expert out there can tell you exactly what you need to say and how you need to say it. Now, a while back when I was broken up and I was looking for my ex back, I actually bought the X Factor guide from Brad Browning, and it's a good program. I recommend it. I don't agree with it 100%, and I continue to promise I'm going to do a review. I promise I will. I'm going to do a review on it. But it's a good program, and it's got the same core psychological things that are in there. There are some things that you can do. There's a lot of sample text and a lot of sample emails and whatnot like that are in there, and things that you can say. And what I found out was you've got to do this with your own voice. I could cut and paste those texts right in and send them to my ex, and she would just read it and go, she knows that doesn't come from me. I don't talk that way. So whatever advice you do follow, you really need to put it into your own voice. But the fact of the matter is, who should you listen to? The bottom line is you should listen to your heart. And you should pay attention to your heart and your gut as it reacts to the different information that you're finding out there. Most of my videos deal with more about mindset and developing yourself and being a better person, as opposed to getting your ex back, as opposed to doing something external to pull your ex back in your life. You build yourself from the inside in, from the inside out, and you create an environment to attract your ex back. Okay? Eventually, somewhere along the line, you're going to have to talk to them, they're going to have to talk to you, and I have plenty of videos about that, there's plenty of information. But the important thing is that you build yourself up inside, that you fall in love with yourself, that your self-worth, that you create that environment inside that can attract your ex back, or if your ex doesn't, somebody else. Okay? So when it comes to who to listen to, find someone you can resonate with. Find somebody, not somebody that's just going to speak to your baser instincts. You're going to go, ah, that's what I wanted to hear, so I'm going to follow that. We all have friends like that. I mean, I have friends that I know that if I want somebody to approve something on me, I know I'll talk to this friend because they'll tell me what I want to hear. Not somebody that tells you what you want to hear, but somebody that you can believe and someone you can resonate with, somebody that you think really cares. Find that person, listen to what they have to say, put your own spin on it and your own gut and your own heart on it. And again, you don't have to agree with everything they say. You don't have to agree with everything I say, really. I don't know your ex at all. None of these experts out there know your ex, unless you're dealing with someone who's a family friend or somebody that you've worked with, somebody that you know. Nobody really knows your ex. Nobody knows, okay? You know that person a lot better than I do. And you know their likes, their dislikes, their hot buttons and things like that. You know what pisses them off. You know what makes them happy. So you can take all this information, put it in your own voice, and put it back out there. So be careful who you listen to, folks. There's tons of people out there that there's a lot of good information. Like I said, 1.5 billion hits that I got just like that. So just be real careful. And I'm just glad that you found me out of the 1.6 billion. Thank you very much. Anyway, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life. Check the description down below. A couple of free ebooks that I give. My personal email address is in there if you have a relationship question. Otherwise, leave a comment. That activity, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. That activity helps the video channel to grow, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm hoping to grow the channel. I'm hoping to be able to reach more people. So until next time, Jim Miller. Hoping you write a better love story. Thank you very much. Bye.